Looking good, my guy.
I just laid on this corner of the parking lot. Feels like you heard something?
About game time. Oh my God.
A confident group coming through the tunnel. The Pistons looking to stay focused. And hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And you know, with MP, he doesn't hide the fact that he's out to inflict maximum damage at the offensive end of the floor.
He hasn't quite backed up his words yet, but with MP, I imagine that'll only fuel his fire. Don't be surprised if he goes off tonight. You don't want to be the guy defending MP when he's got a point to prove.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got Maxey, and it's Bona in at the center position. And Philadelphia has possession, following the bucket by the Pistons. Maxey looking it over. Another miss by Maxey. So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Atlanta Hawks. Here's Grimes. Sinks the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. The last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. And they ended up winning it going away.
Maxey against Cunningham. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. To the paint. 76ers moving the ball around. Pass to McCain. His three-pointer's off the mark. The Pistons have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime in Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Look at Philadelphia, holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, Detroit, a half game back.
And right now, for the Pistons, this hasn't been a breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. He thinks Tyrese Maxey is a guy they have to watch. He said he reads the floor well and understands situational basketball. Defensively, it's tough to speed him up or slow him down. He really plays at his own pace. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Maxey. His last outing, 16 points for him over Cunningham. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Maxey's got 5 now.
Zero hesitation, Maxey. Great confidence in his mechanics and his work.
During the pass to Ivan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
Down low. Duran the pass to Cunningham. Back to Duran. And Duran slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
Here's Rain Man. 17 points for him last game against Chicago.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts. Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
The 76ers trail by 5. Here's Maxey. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Tobias Harris has checked in for Asar Thompson. Philadelphia's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Out to the right wing. Outside, Maxey hits the jumper in space. Maxey's got 9 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Cunningham. A 35-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Rain Man. There's the pick. Pulls it up. Rebound, Detroit.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Holland, poked loose. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Pistons leading by 4. And here's Cunningham. He has yet to score. Harris outside. Corner shot. It doesn't go for him.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
We are right in the middle part of a long season, GA. As a player, how do you stay engaged? How do you stay focused?
Kevin, this is where the grind can really catch up to you. Easy to start feeling complacent or check out a little bit. So you got to shake that off. And I tell you another thing, your coaches will play a huge role in keeping you engaged.
Ivy, no one around him. A three-pointer, no good. The 76ers trail by 4. George passes to Rainman. The 3, Pippen. It's hauled in by Harris. Detroit's gone 105 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. They get it back. Here's Maxey. He's got 12. Rainman passes to Yabusele. And George kicks to Maxey. Pass to Rainman. 5 on the clock. Here's Yabusele. Cans it from downtown.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Now Harris floats one, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Rainman's got 4 rebounds in this game. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Maxey.
And they also show up in the top 5 in assists. A major focus for them, sharing the basketball and really keeping everyone involved.
And I need to mention their second chance points again. Such a hard-working team on the offensive glass. Think of all the points they would have missed out on if not for the effort on the boards. Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Christie's checked in for Holland, and Marcus Sasser subbed in for Jaden Ivey. And the Pistons making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Now Sasser. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Hawks in Atlanta. And the basket by Harris.
And Harris can certainly knock this down, which is why you got to guard him tighter than that.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. And the call is going to be...
Substitution on the floor.
Now, here's Stewart. Scoreless thus far. Sasser finds Thompson. To the middle. Here's Stewart. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Marcus Sasser is out there with Christie. And it's Stewart in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense, no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Thompson misses. So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Chicago Bulls. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, they call him Rain Man, and in the last game against the Bulls made a big difference. He finished with 17 points, and he also did a good job of creating for others, getting them the ball in position to score. He showed terrific versatility. He impacted the game in a number of ways. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays. plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Christie kicks to Harris. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Pippen.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
They set the pick. Another three for Philadelphia.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Thompson for three. And it's Thompson again missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Detroit making a switch here. Fontecchio's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Maxey's checked in for Pippen.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these three. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Sasser after the made shot from Raymond. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
You take a look at Holland. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Tell you what, fellas, I mean, an outstanding stretch for Harris has been awesome at adding pieces to his game over time, specifically that three-point shot.
Tobias Harris-Clark has played over a dozen years in the NBA, and he is still a solid third option.
He really is, and he only played 1 year in college, and yet has been steady and consistent. He might not be the most efficient scorer, but he still does a lot of good things when he's on the floor, and he does them at both ends of the floor.
Pistons trail by 4. Cunningham outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Cunningham's got 8 points.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Here's Rainman. He has 7. Here's Maxey. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Maxey's got 5 points in the quarter. Pass to Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Harris's shot is good.
Big answer from Harris, and I love it. A legitimate threat from outside the arc.
Grimes passes to Raymond. Outside, Maxey tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Sasser. A miss that time, would have put him up.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Fires the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 7.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Pass to Harris. Inside. And the dunk by Stewart.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here's Bona. He's coming off a 22-point game against Chicago. 76ers moving the ball around. Detroit with the rebound. Holland's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Rain Man passes to Grimes. That one's good from the corner. Grimes has got 8 points. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And one other thing that stands out, all the block shots. I mean, staying up in their jerseys tonight.
Here's Rain Man following the bucket by the Pistons. He had a nice open look right there. Rain Man's got 10 points in the quarter.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Harris. And it's Bona with the rebound. Bona's got 6 rebounds in the game. Maxey passes to Rain Man. Here's Grimes. Right wing. Lets it fly. Maxey, no good.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Pass to Sasser. On the wing, Harris. Cunningham outside. Drills the three-pointer. Cunningham's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Detroit.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his 3rd for the game, his 2nd in this quarter.
Here's McCain. And there's a minute 45 left in the second quarter. Here's the screen. And the 3 off target.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Here's Cunningham. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. He's got 13. And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
They're really bucking the...
That's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Pistons lead by 3. Live from Little Caesars Arena. You're watching 2K Sports.
52.
Hello, folks. Still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's three-point contest.
All of them have serious talent, and they have endurance. They can shoot all day, rack after rack.
Yeah, when these guys get on a roll, they don't stop. They pile it on. Switching back now to the Philadelphia 76ers, they've been fighting it out through the first half of play.
You watch them, they play an aggressive break.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. They've got Rain Man, and it's Grimes in at the 3 spot. Here's Holland. That 3 off the mark. The 76ers trail. Pass to Rain Man. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jalen Duren. Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but do you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball, but I don't think anybody likes, 1, guys flopping to draw fouls, and then 2, whining when fouls aren't called.
To the inside. And Duren slams it in.
Just a fantastic decision maker. Cunningham giving it up in that 2-man set.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Shot by Grimes. No good. Pass to Ivy. Thompson in the corner. Maxey against Cunningham. Ivy with it. He has 6. From the arc. Rebound by Rain Man. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. It's good. Rain Man's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
It goes down, but with no defender near him, no need to go to the fadeaway.
Thompson outside. Pass to Duren. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Holland, no good.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Here's Grimes. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. That's on Jalen Duren.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Pistons trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Cunningham. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
76ers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Outside, Maxey. Rain Man passes to Maxey. Over Cunningham. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That's on Jalen Duren.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Detroit's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
That's just good fundamentals from Cunningham. When a guy is that open, you got to get it to him.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finish.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And Philadelphia making a change here. Edwards has checked in.
Number 19.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. They set the screen. A nice shot by McCain. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Duren finds Cunningham. Duren with it. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots a 3. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way in. Turing's got 4 points in the quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have. Watch out now, when this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Pass to Rain Man. Driving in. Detroit with the rebound. Turing's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Defense left Ivy an opening there, and he just takes off for the finish.
Here's Rain Man to the right side. Here's McCain. Hits the three-point bomb. McCain's got 13 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Pass to Ivy. Fires for 3. It's deflected. They retain possession. Here's Holland. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that, a team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Launches it. Rebound by the Pistons. Turing's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Thompson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Maxey.
Clever move by the young guy, Thompson.
Substitution on the floor.
Here's Sasser. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. From 15 feet away, and he drops that one in. 23 points for Tobias Harris.
And you look at Harris, he's really improved as a scorer. He's become a go-to option due to how efficient he is putting the ball in the basket.
Christie is out there with Marcus Sasser. Then it's Simone Fontecchio. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Stewart in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Pass to Stewart. Inside. Now Sasser. Christie the pass to Fontecchio. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Clock at 6. Here's the 3. And Harris wide open. He shoots off target from three-point range. Here's McCain. Defended by Christie. And he drives in. A nice shot by McCain.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Great open look there. Harris has got 26.
Yeah, you know, the three-point range Harris has added to his game makes him that much harder to defend. He always is somebody you've got to be aware of.
Here's Maxey. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Pass to Fontecchio. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Harris. Rebound by Rain Man. Rain Man's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Pass to Stewart. Back to Sasser. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Holland comes in for Fontecchio. Ivy's checked in for Christie. And it's Cunningham in for Marcus Sasser.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rain Man. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Pass to Harris. It's blocked. Maxey on the wing. Covered by Cunningham. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey, a really talented and explosive scorer. He can fill it up in a hurry.
Ivy with it. Now Duren. Pass to Holland. Harris outside. To halt the run. Rebound by Rain Man. Rain Man's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And that one's good. Maxey.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Thompson, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He warned them they've got to get back in transition. He said they've given up way too many fast break points, and he said we have to slow the pace of the game down and force them into taking some tough shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Yep, that one goes.
Hey, one thing about Maxey, he was just born to score. This guy is a bucket getter.
And here's Cunningham. And it's Bona with the rebound.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Cunningham passes to Holland. Count it. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's McCain. Holland with the rebound. Pass to Cunningham. No one near him. And it's Bona with the rebound. Bona's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Here's Rain Man. Over to the wing. Here's Grimes. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. Grimes has got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers. Pass to Ivy. Collins kicks to Thompson. Off target from outside.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Thursday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And looking at the Minnesota matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's Ivy, hands the 12-footer.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them. And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Cunningham outside. Thompson outside. Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Ivy. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Ivy just so difficult to corral. Sometimes you have to foul him and hope he misses.
Good on the second free throw. The 76ers leading by 5. Here's Rain Man. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. Detroit has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Now Ivy. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Bona's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Cunningham. Unable to get that one. Philadelphia's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 10.
What hustle on the offensive glass, finding ways to capitalize, paying off that hard work.
He takes it in. Detroit, no good that time either.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Pass to Rain Man. Here's Maxey. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Swiped it away. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Holland. 1:11 left here in the fourth quarter. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Effective from the mid-range. For Cunningham, it's about shooting with confidence.
The 76ers leading by 10.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the 76ers.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And tonight's win will put them up 2-1 in what has become a really intense season series, giving them a tentative edge here with one still left to be played against the Pistons.
And you see the contributions from the role players on the team, and you can't help but appreciate what an excellent game it was for Rain Man.
There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, hammers the alley-oop through.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Here's Rain Man. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Ron Holland. And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second, and that stretches their lead to 8. Timeout call, the Pistons. They're behind by 8. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Cranes it from beyond the arc. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Ivy, first personal foul. Team second.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
McCain taking...
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 7. What's your take, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
And so they foul intentionally.
Cade Cunningham. Second personal foul.
So the 76ers win it. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, GM.
Another game, another win.
Yeah.
Work tomorrow.